Have you ever finished a conversation with a coworker and felt a sudden knot in your stomach? Did you just reveal something you should not have shared? Maybe it was a detail about your personal life, a confidential project, or your true feelings about a manager. That unsettling feeling is not paranoia. It is often the sign of a very clever form of workplace manipulation, and today we are learning how to make it stop. We are going to expose the subtle psychological tricks toxic colleagues use to extract information from you. More importantly, we will equip you with the exact phrases to protect your professional reputation and your peace of mind. Before we dive into the specific tactics, we must establish one foundational principle. Your personal life, your confidential work knowledge, and your raw emotions are on a strict need-to-know basis. A manipulative colleague has absolutely no genuine need to know these things. Your primary goal in these interactions is not to win an argument or be right. Your goal is to gracefully and firmly defend your boundaries. The central technique we will use throughout this video is called deflection. Deflection is simply the art of turning a probing question or statement back to the other person without providing any of your own information. It makes you a closed door instead of an open book. The first manipulation tactic is the bait and switch, where a colleague purposely presents a false fact. They are counting on your natural human instinct to correct the record. For instance, they might say, "Congrats on that huge $1,000 raise." Your immediate impulse is to say, "It was only $500. In that single moment, you have lost the game and handed them your private salary information. The defensive move here is not to engage with the lie but to question its very premise. You must respond with calm curiosity. A powerful reply is, "I was under the impression company policy discourages discussing salaries." Another effective option is to simply ask, "Where did you hear that from?" This approach gracefully shifts the burden of proof and the social awkwardness directly back onto them. It signals that the topic itself is off limits. The second tactic involves the rumor mill, where a colleague dangles a piece of gossip to lure you into revealing more. They might mention, "I heard the new salesperson is the boss's daughter." If you take the bait and respond with, "No, they are just former classmates," you have now participated in spreading the rumor. Your name becomes attached to the gossip chain, which can severely damage your professional reputation if management hears about it. Your best defense is to become a conversational dead end by playing the curious amnesiac. You act as if this is the first time you are hearing this information. You express zero personal knowledge on the subject. A simple and effective response is, "Oh really, is that what people are saying around the office?" Another great option is, "I had not heard that yet." This neutral stance provides them with no new information and no ammunition to use against you later. If you are finding these strategies helpful, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us grow and reach other people who need these skills to navigate their own toxic challenges. The next trick is particularly sneaky because it disguises itself as support or concern. The false ally tactic involves a colleague pretending to be on your side to provoke an emotional confession. They might say, "You absolutely deserved that promotion over Sarah, your performance has been top tier." If you agree and vent your frustration, you have just given them a recording of your negativity they can play for anyone. The correct response is to politely disagree and reframe the situation positively. You can say, "I appreciate that, but Sarah is fantastic and I am sure leadership had solid reasons." This makes you appear secure and professional while completely disarming the toxic attempt to create conflict. A similar and equally deceptive tactic is the conspiracy theory, where a colleague stirs up suspicion to trick you into revealing confidential details. They may ask, "Why is your boss making you lead the presentation again? Is he dumping his work on you?" If you clarify by saying, "No, he is actually busy with the secret project XYZ," you have unintentionally leaked private company information. Your shield against this is to gently call out their negative assumption. Express mild surprise at their interpretation. You could respond with, "That is an interesting perspective, I just see it as a valuable part of my role." Or you might say, "I had not thought about it like that, I am always happy to take on more responsibility." This reaffirms your positive standing and implies the negativity is theirs alone. The final and most direct tactic is the personal attack, designed to fluster you into a defensive reaction. In the middle of a disagreement, a colleague might snap, "You have a terrible temper, how does your spouse even tolerate you?" Your instinct is to defend your personal life by saying, "That is not true, my husband adores me." Now they have confirmed your marital status and proved they can easily get under your skin. This is the one scenario where a slightly more direct approach is required. Your defense is to professionally label the behavior and reset a firm boundary for the conversation. A very powerful reply is, "That feels like a very personal comment for a work discussion. Let us please keep our focus on the professional task at hand." You can also say, "I do not mix my personal life with my professional work, so I will not be discussing that." This stops the invasion cold and establishes you as someone who cannot be manipulated through personal insults. Now, all of this advice is built on the principle of protecting information you wish to keep private. But there is an advanced layer to this. What if you actually want to share something? What if there is a piece of information that would benefit you if it were known more widely? You can actually leverage these toxic conversations to your own advantage. You can use the manipulative colleague as an unwitting messenger to strategically disseminate information for you. For example, imagine you have been assigned to a prestigious, high-profile project. You want the credit, but announcing it yourself would seem boastful. When a toxic colleague uses the conspiracy theory tactic and asks, "Is your boss overworking you with that new project?" you have a perfect opportunity. Instead of deflecting, you can calmly confirm and reframe. You could say, "I appreciate the concern, but I asked to be staffed on the Zenith project. It's a great challenge for the team and I'm learning a lot." You have now taken their negative probe and transformed it into a positive announcement of your leadership role. You have used their gossip network to broadcast your success, all while appearing humble and dedicated. This shifts the power dynamic entirely, turning their attempted manipulation into your personal publicity tool. So let us bring it all together. When faced with a fake fact, remember to question its premise gracefully. When you hear a rumor from a colleague, become a curious amnesiac with no information to share. When a false ally pretends to support you, reframe the conversation with positive professionalism. When someone proposes a conspiracy theory, express surprise and realign with your duties. And when confronted with a personal attack, label the behavior and set an immovable professional boundary. Your private information is your personal power in the workplace. You must never feel pressured to give that power away to someone who does not have your best interests at heart. You have the right to be kind while also being smart, to be cooperative while also being protected. Thank you for watching.